Good morning everyone, Exo Rider here. Just on my way to work at the moment, and I thought I'd try and do some of that old bloggage that people do where they just talk a load of wiffle waffle about general things. Give it a try. I'll probably be crap at it, so I probably won't do it again, but it's worth a try. So where shall I start, really? Motorcycling in general, I suppose. Yeah, so I passed my test in, I think it's 2004. Before that I had a Honda Dillon 125, which sort of, I'd done my CBT, which this is what we have to do in the UK. I think it's like the MSF course in the US. Similar sort of thing, I believe. And basically the way it all started really was I was always into bikes. I mean, even as a kid I wanted motorcycles, and but my dad kind of put me off a bit actually, because he had bikes or loads of bikes over the years, you know, BSAs and all sorts, and he always said to me that if I buy a bike, then he won't help me out towards a car. And of course, you know, as a kid, a car is kind of more practical and what you want, really. So that kind of put me off getting a bike. But in fact, I found out later that he said that even if you did get a bike, then I would have helped you out. But anyway, so yeah, so in the early days when I was a kid, I used to go up to Bridge Motorcycles. They was in Varney Street at the time, and just look right, you know, catch a bus up as a kid. You know, sort of about 12 years old, I think. Go up there and sit on the Honda Gold Rings and all the bikes that were totally impractical for me. And yeah, and my friend at school also had a old Suzuki, I think it was a TS50 from the 70s and 80s. It's just basically a bike that he had, which his dad bought him, and his cousin had a farm, and we used to whiz round on that. And as soon as we started doing that, that was it. I was kind of hooked on bikes, really. It's absolutely brilliant fun, you know. As a kid on a 50cc, I mean that feels like a sort of a 300cc, doesn't it? You know, when you're older. Used to whiz around the farm on that, him on the back, and oh, it's just absolutely epic fun. It really was. So yeah, that took me to there. So that took me up to sort of about 14 years old. All went quiet then. You know, I was out roller skating and doing all those things that young teenagers do. And obviously the pubs come into the equation, and girls and things like that. And then in, I think it was about 2002, 2003, me and my now wife, she was just my girlfriend at the time, girlfriend went to Cyprus and found out that I could hire a scooter, and it was a Kymco 150. I can't remember what what model it was and all that sort of thing. Yeah, Kymco 150. And oh wow, I'll tell you what, you know, my t-shirt, I wouldn't do it now, but I had a t-shirt and my flip-flops. it was absolutely paradise, it really was. And when I got home, I thought, you know what, I was 30 but by this time, 30 years old, 42 now, just for the record. And yeah, so when I got home, that was the end of that. I was buying a scooter no matter what. So I had to do the normal jump through hoops with the girlfriend at the time, and once I got through the hoops and kept on pounding her with moaning about it, I went down Bridge and I bought a Honda Dillon, which is my first sort of bike really. Let's go down the key, I've got a bit of time to spare. So yeah, I bought the Honda Dylan, done my CBT. Bought that down Bridge off of, I think it was called Paul. I think he works for another dealer now, but yeah, so that was it. I had my scooter, I'd done my CBT. I spent 2 years, was it a year or 2 years, something like that, before I'd done my test. I wanted to do it as soon as possible, but yeah, I was, as long as I was on two wheels, I didn't mind. And I put 6,000 miles on the Dylan. I was sort of all weathers, it's rain or shine. I was out on the Dylan as much as I could, apart from when I needed to take the car or van for work. What happened then? So basically, after that, I thought, right, it's time to start my test now and go on the bigger bike, which I was really looking forward to. I couldn't wait to sort of do my training because, well, I mean, basically it's 5 days in the UK for the direct access course. They didn't have A2 back then, and all that. It was straight to direct access, and yeah, riding around on a CB 500 for a week. Not another dog. Which was absolutely brilliant. Well, best 5 days you can get in it, riding around on a motorcycle. Yeah, so done my training, and then a test rode, just by luck actually. I wanted something for work where I could, store things, store a lot of stuff, and I ended up with a Suzuki Bergman 650, which is a 2002 model. Yeah, and that was my first big bike, and I've had a few in between that now, as well as a Grom. Where should I go? Which way? I think I'll go this way. No, well, I'll go this way. Yeah, so that's how it all started. So I had the Bergman until about 2011, and we had long story, we had a loft conversion done, and I thought, well, that's the end of the bike then. And then the kids, I had my first child in 2007, and yeah, you know what it's like, bikes go on the back burner a bit, you get busy, you're permanently knackered. In fact, my kid's 12 now and I'm still permanently knackered, but just different all the way through, isn't it? What's going on here? Is anything happening? You going? Yeah, so then I had the kids and all that, and that kind of put an end to it for a while, so I sold it, and then about 2016, so relatively not that long ago really, is it? I bought a Grom just to get me on the road again, and sort of went in softly with the wife, and sort of said, I want a bike again, and back through the hoops I go. And yeah, got the Grom, and since then I've just beaten her down with it all, and long story short, I've ended up with an NC, haven't I? So it all turned out pretty well, and a YouTube channel. Yeah, so it's strange really, my dad was putting me off having bikes, and I can totally see why. I'll probably be the same with my lot, I'll be a little bit edgy about it. But ironically, when I had the Bergman, I mean, he loved bikes anyway. He always said he loved them. He's just a bit worried about me, I think, getting one that I would ride like an idiot, like he did. But in fact, I was much calmer than him. Yeah, so anyway, I got the Bergman, and I got him on the insurance at one point. And I thought, well, maybe he'd just like to have a ride of it and take it out for a while, for an afternoon or whatever, or even overnight, I thought. And basically, I dropped it off down his house, and I didn't see it for 2 months because he loved it so much, and it's so nice actually. I lost him in 2016, unfortunately, but it was such a nice memory. You know, now he's gone. He did have that bike, and it's one of the things he said actually when we knew he was on his way out, that he just loved that bike, and it's just so nice that no, I'm going to get choked up in a minute. It was so nice that, you know, he could have a go on that bike, and it's, you know what bikes are like. You know, it's something special, isn't it, with us, you know, lads and ladies. If you're a biker, you know exactly what I mean, and to have your dad on board as well, it was just epic, isn't it? It's brilliant. If he was still around today, I'd probably like to go out for a ride with him now, but there you go, that's life, that's the way it goes, isn't it? But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quick bit of wiffle waffle bloggage for you. I know a lot of the others do it, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Probably a never go out, but I just thought I'd let you know how I got into biking, and yeah, my story really. I think I might do a more in-depth one, you know, a proper one that's a bit more of a, let's pop in the shop, one that's a bit more of a better production at some point. God, where are these dogs everywhere? One with a better production at some point, and put some videos up and stuff. Anyway, well, let's pop in the shop before I go to work. Cheers, folks. But yes, I just went in the shop and got me dinner. I must admit, it was quite therapeutic doing that. Bit of bloggage. I think I'm going to have to do that more often. Quite enjoyed that. Therapeutic for me. Anyway, right, I've got to try and find this where I've got to go now. Okay, see you later, guys.